Hi Scorpio, welcome to your July monthly prediction. I'm super excited to share the messages that I have for you for July. So let's get into a few announcements before I get into your messages. Um, so check me out on Patreon if you haven't already. All new patrons till the end of July are gonna be getting a one card like love spread. So if you're interested in like what could be coming up for you for love, definitely subscribe to my Patreon. It's linked in the description box below. And I post a lot of exclusive content on there. I post monthly love readings, and I post a spiritual vlog every week. And yeah, I try to post on there like once or twice a week. So yeah, check me out on there. Thank you so much for the support, and I love you all, and I hope that you appreciate my content on there. So with that being said, let's get into your messages, Scorpio. So I'm getting like baby fever, like that is what I was getting right off the bat, like, and I kind of feel like the idea of like having a child like makes you smile. Like, I feel like it really brings a lot of joy to your spirit. And some of you already know that, like, you're gonna have children. You could be, like, impatient about it or, like, wondering when is this gonna happen? Like, I'm ready for children. I'm ready to, like, you're like, I'm ready to get started. I feel like you're like asking spirit every day, like when is this gonna happen? When am I gonna have children? Some of you I feel have already like met your children, so it makes it that much harder to like wait. Like I feel you're very much like just excited for this experience, and like I feel overjoyed by the idea of like being a parent. So I feel like that is really heavy on your mind this month. And I feel like you're just kind of like when, like I'm excited for this. I'm trying to be patient, but like I'm so excited. I'm also getting to there is something that like fills you with childlike bliss. Like I kind of feel you feel so full, like emotionally, like romantically, I want to say. So yeah, definitely some of you could be in the heavy energy of like baby fever because of like the person that you're with. Like you just want to breed with them. Like you want to like co-create with them. You want to like raise a human with someone. So I kind of feel like you are very much like your inner child is kind of like playing with someone else's inner child, and it just feels like this beautiful like bliss and like I don't know, very like innocent, pure type of like love between you and someone else. And it just kind of feels like you're ready to like settle down, you're ready to have children like yesterday. So I kind of feel like your guys want you to like settle down. They're like, we know. Like I feel like they're like, give it time. Like they're like, it'll happen when it's supposed to. But I feel like you always are checking in, like, I'm just making sure like you're still not gonna tell me the date or something like that. Um, so let's go ahead and pull some cards. What additional messages do we have for my Scorpios? So we have reconciliation. I kind of feel like some of you, there is a sense of like, I feel reconnecting to lost parts of yourself through another person and like through this relationship. Like this connection feels like a conduit for like understanding yourself on a way deeper level, and for just exploring like deep, like I don't know, the most intimate parts of yourself through another person. It just feels really beautiful, very connected, and like such a deep like spiritual type of love. It feels like, I don't know, almost like almost like, I don't know, the deeper you dig, like, or the deeper down you go into a well, like the fresher the water is, or something like that. So that makes sense for you, Scorpio. It definitely is a sexual message as well. I'm also getting to like the metaphor of water as like the subconscious or like emotional depths as well. So it kind of feels like you get everything with someone, and I'm getting you really appreciate like the well that you have with someone, or the well that you share with someone. I feel like you're so obsessed with someone. You're just like, they're so talented. You're like, they're beautiful. Like, they're flexible. Like, I feel like you go on and on and on about like all the things that you appreciate about someone. And I feel like it is like the minute details of somebody. Like, the way that like their lips curl up when they smile, and like you're like the gaps in between someone's teeth. Like, I love, I feel like you're like somebody's cuticles, like on their nails. Like, I just feel like you really feel deeply for someone. And I feel like you're really appreciating like exploring the depths of like your connection with someone. And I feel like you want to take it to the next level. You're like, let's create a baby. I feel like you're like, it, come on, it's the ultimate form of alchemy. You're like, let's create a baby. I feel like it's not gonna take much to convince someone, but I do feel like there is hesitation on the other person's part. Oh my god. So we have blessings and we have peace. And we have transformation and we have financial health. So I kind of feel there is a vibe of like, with blessings, peace, transformation, and financial health, I almost feel like there is a sense of like physical stability that is like created between you and someone. So maybe you're like, okay, like we have this house or we have this space. You're kind of like, I feel like you're checking things off the list of like, okay, you're like, in order to like get where I want to get, which is like to have a baby, you're like, let's think backwards. You're like, you're like, what would it take to like successfully raise a child? You're like, we need like a stable place to stay with enough room. So you find that and you like move into the space. Then you're like, we need to make sure we're in good physical health. And then like you start making those changes. And then you're like, we need financial stability. And you're like, okay, that's covered. And then maybe you like calculate it like astrologically, like what sign you want the baby to be, or the best time to like try for pregnancy or like fertility or something like that. And so I feel like you have like multiple days mapped out that would be the best, like the most optimal time to like have a child, like astrologically, and also like fertility wise, as far as someone's cycle is concerned. And I feel like you when you I feel like you like to be prepared when you approach someone with something. So you're essentially like, okay, like I have this and this prepared. You're like, here are some days that would be the best time for us to breathe. the best time for us to create a child. So you're like, what's up? You're like, everything's laid out. Like, let's like get with the program. Like, I feel like you're like, let's do this. Like, you're like, okay, like, I'm ready to hear anything else you think we need, because you're like, I have done thorough research. Like, my plan, there's no like loopholes in it, there's like no loose ends. So you're like, what do you think about like having a baby? And I feel somebody is like nervous, but the fact that you're like so prepared and so sure reassures like the other person. And I feel like they like that you have a plan. Like, I feel like it makes them feel like more grounded as far as like taking this next step is concerned. And I feel they're like, yes, like, you're such a caring, nurturing person. Like, I would love to like create a baby with you. But it almost is like a negotiation or something. But I kind of feel like somebody's like, yes, like, I would love this. Like, I feel you'll be a great parent, and I feel confident in like our ability to like make this happen in a way that like yields the best results or something like that. Something like that. Like, I feel like it goes well. Like, I feel like it goes well. Like, you're able to calm someone's fears and you get someone on board or something like that. So yeah, we have answers on the bottom. So I kind of feel like your guides are like, fine. Like, I feel like you've asked them so many times that they're like, fine. Like, we will give you an answer. Like, we'll give you a concrete answer or something like that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands with the Nine of Wands and the Sun. Then we have the Five of Swords with the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Hermit. So I kind of feel like Knight of Wands with the Nine of Wands, there's a lot of fucking going on here, like a lot of sex. I kind of feel like somebody's like, oh my god, like, you want to have sex again? Like, I feel somebody's like, oh my god. I'm also getting too, it's really hot. Like, it feels like the sun is so bright. Like, it is so hot. Like, I feel somebody is like been out in the sun all day, or is like hot or exhausted from the sun or something like that. That's significant for some reason. I also feel Five of Swords, Queen of Cups in reverse with the Hermit. Like, there is an energy here looming that is like trying to disrupt this process, or like trying to interfere in this like romantic connection. And I kind of feel like it's somebody that neither of you is no like, you both are no longer in contact with this person, but it kind of feels like they're like looming or like trying to interfere, or like in the background. They could be trying to like, I don't know, like send messages or like pop back up in some capacity. But I feel like the Hermit card, like somebody is not interested. Like I feel like the answer is no. This could be on both sides. But I'm also getting too, somebody is in like a new relationship as well, like with somebody who really wants to like invest in a connection with them, with somebody who like really loves them. But I kind of feel like this person who's trying to pop back up, they could be a narcissist. They could be incapable of like loving another person or giving to connections. And maybe there's a pattern of like, whenever they're in a current relationship, they're always focused on the past, or they're always like focused on someone else. And it kind of feels like they have someone who is like fully ready to like pour into their cup and like give to them, but it just kind of feels like they just want to feed off of people and like take from people. And so now that like one of you has gotten away from this person, it feels like now they like are obsessively trying to like destroy what you have going on, or they're obsessively trying to come in between you and someone else. And it just kind of feels like super manipulative and like, yeah, definitely narcissist vibes. Almost like, how dare you like get away from me, or how dare you like be happy with someone else, when like they have the full potential to be happy with someone else too. They're just not focused on that, or they're not interested in that. Like I feel they just kind of like to ruin like the good things in one of your lives. Like, and maybe it's always been that way, where they always like want to like snatch your joy, or like you can never have a good day with someone. Or yeah, it's giving Cancer. Like somebody is like moody, or you never know. It almost like you're always on edge with someone. Like you never know like when their mood's gonna shift, or like if they're gonna do something like petty or hurtful to you, or say something that's fucked up. And it's just like they could struggle with bipolar, or also be like narcissist or something. And maybe there's like a whole lot of things that someone is kind of dealing with, but it feels like they take things out on you. And I'm also getting too, they might have told you that they're bipolar, or I feel like they might have told you that they have like a mental condition going on, but they really don't. Like I feel like they just wanted to manipulate you or to control you by like giving you a certain like narrative, or telling you something that they knew you would like care about. Maybe you really care about mental health, or maybe they know someone in your family has a certain condition or something like that, so they use that to like manipulate you. But I feel like it was not true. There's a lot of things this person told you that are not true. So I kind of feel like there's a need to kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you're happy with where you are. You're really not interested in this like person of the past, but they are trying to like be relevant, or trying to be a problem within your new relationship. And I just feel like you're like, I don't know, annoyed or upset by it. But I kind of feel like you get to a place where you're like, I'm just gonna like get rid of this person. And I kind of feel like you do, and that's that. So yeah, I kind of feel, yeah, that's the vibe. I'm also getting too, they're not having sex with like the person that they're currently with, but they might be trying to have sex with like you or the other person. It's just like, what? It's like you're with someone. Like, don't try to act like you're not, or that you're deprived or something. And I feel like they're depriving this other person of love and sex. Like, I just heard and money too. Like, so I kind of feel like they're just a taker. Yeah, I don't know. You have the sun on your side, so I see you like on vacation with someone, like somewhere sunny on the beach or something like that. I'm getting, it is hot as fuck, but I feel like you are with this person, and it's just like the sun. Like you have the sun on your side. This person has like the Hermit. Like they're they feel alone, and I feel like they will for the rest of their life. I feel like they won't like get it, and it feels like they might be like cursed with narcissism to where they won't be able to develop like interpersonal relationships or more intimate relationships, and it kind of sucks for them. But I kind of feel like their mindset is like manipulate, like steal, get whatever you can out of people. I almost feel like somebody is thinking about like ruining your vacation with someone, or like popping up or something like that. Or they're trying to like, they're plotting something. So we have Crocus. It says cheerfulness. It is spring again. The earth is like a child that knows poems by heart. So I was getting that about your inner child kind of running free with someone else's inner child. And yeah, there is the mention of like child, which I think is fortuitous for like wanting to conceive and like have a child. And I also feel like there's nothing but like good vibes. And so I kind of feel like maybe you talk to your partner about this and they're like, fuck that shit. They could be drunk. I feel like they're like, fuck that shit, let's party, or like let's have a good time. Like I feel they are so unbothered and unconcerned with this person that like you're like, yeah, fuck that, like, and then you just block them, or like I feel like it just does the like whole thing because of how this person reacts. Maybe you're worried that like this person might think you're up to something, or that you're in on something or something like that. But I kind of feel this person feels very secure in their position in your life and in this relationship, and I feel like that just really reassures you that like you have nothing to worry about. And it just also confirms that like that this person is trash. You're like, oh my god, like you're like, the person I'm with would never do this. Like you're like case in point. So I kind of feel like that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Like go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.